Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to my reading tonight. I so much appreciate that. This is a reading for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine is an alchemist and therefore somebody who creates their life with the materials that they have around them. Um, I did just move into a new space, so things are still kind of like organizing and everything. So there's a lot of stuff in the background right now. But we're going to take a look into four areas. The first one is going to be spiritual messages. And this is where we're going to be looking into with these spiritual messages, basically any sort of messages that you may be getting from your angels, from your ancestors, from God, from your higher self, however they may come to you. And this is a collective reading. So if you identify as a divine masculine, this is a reading for you, or a divine alchemist. And the other thing is, this is also a big focus on Mercury Retrograde, because we just started yesterday. So this is going to be good for today, tonight, and tomorrow. And then we'll update again on Monday. So the first thing is, at the basis, we have the Five of Pentacles. So already there, the basis is divine masculine. You're operating. There's not necessarily you, but there is an energy of something, somebody, maybe even you, operating at it in an energy of loss. And that's a change here. And the center energy is, this is something that's revealed to you because we have the sun energy right here. So with the sun, that's talking about things are being revealed, things are being seen, things are being faced right now, but it's all good. It's all supposed to be faced. In the recent past, we have the Hierophant. So a lot of you probably have entered something new in your life, whether or not that's school, it could be marriage. It's entering some sort of institution, even if you're already in school, but maybe you got into like a group, like a fraternity or a sorority, or if you got into, what I'm feeling is you got into a group of some kind that maybe you always wanted to be in, but you were kind of afraid to go in there because it's not traditionally, like, you may be the first of your family to do this. You may be the first in your circle to go after something like this. It's a little bit risque. And once again, now we have this five again. This is three fives now. So there's a lot of change here. And we have the Five of Cups. We had the Five of Pentacles. We had the Hierophant, which is a major arcana. That is a number five, which is change. And then we have the Five of Chalices here, which once again, we're talking about operating at a sort of loss. You may have entered into a new arena in your life and it costs you, you feel like it cost you some connections, or maybe a connection with somebody, but it could be more than one, because I'm really feeling group here. But in the near future, we have the Ten of Wands. So it's coming to the end of a cycle here, a cycle that you carried a lot of burdens in. And then we also have the Two of Chalices here. So you go from the five to the two when it comes to cups. And you let go of some burdens, and it makes you free to pursue a relationship of some kind, where before maybe you didn't have time for that relationship because you had too many things that you were handling. You're in the near future, you're going to be letting go of that, you're going to be dropping that, and you're going to be moving on to that connection. And at the end, we have the Observer. So this is the eyes, this is seeing, this is knowing. This is God's eyes. I always see that as God's eyes, being able to utilize the angels, the ancestors, the guides that are around you to see. And then we have the Lover's card along with the Observer. You're able to see this relationship. What it does is you're able to see this relationship from a more intense view, from a more spiritual view. You're able to connect with your partner in a whole new way, a deeper way. And the thing that came out, that flew out, that was underneath is the Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you, this Ace of Pentacles could be an opportunity of some kind. If the Hierophant led you into marriage, this could be maybe there's a baby on the way, or a new house, or this could be even a car or a new job, whatever it is. It's new and it's something in your life that's stable. There's your and it allows you to walk a new path. So it could be a house, but if it's the house would be the first step. um, that's why I was saying a lot of times I say it's like kind of like a baby card because it's the first step in a journey. So it's like there's a pregnancy, and then go through the pregnancy, baby's born, raise the baby, becomes goes through all their milestones. They get older. It's just the first step, right? It could be a business opportunity as well. Maybe you and your partner might be thinking about working in a business. um, Hold on. I kind of feel like I look a little grainy, but yeah, it looks fine. But there's a lot of new things that are happening. There's a new opportunity, and it's great. You're going the right way. Um, and it's changing things. It's changing your connection that you have with people. It's changing how you see how your circle, how your old circle saw you. And really all that it is you are just going down a different path than the group that you were around. That's it. It's not anything necessarily bad. It can kind of come out like bad news. But that's only because of the emotions that are there. Goodbyes are sometimes really hard to handle. But ultimately, all it is you and your old group has already grown apart. So now that's the first part of the reading. Now we're going to go ahead and look into the second part of the reading, which is going to be the emotional piece. And this is how you're emotionally processing all of this. And we're also going to look into your intuition and what your intuition is kind of saying. Okay, so already at the base with your intuition, we have, okay, wow. Oh, wow. At the base, the first thing that we have is we have the Emperor upside down. So this is a tyrant-like behavior. This is a tyrant figure. This could have been you, or this could be somebody towards you. But somebody who, when the Emperor is right side up, this is Aries energy and it's a major arcana. It's somebody who has the power to make final decisions, and they make final decisions considering everybody else. They kind of make a decision in the middle ground, and they don't necessarily care what anybody thinks because they already they know what's best. Now upside down, the Emperor, it's everything's the same except the Emperor makes decisions for himself, not considering what everybody else wants, not considering everybody else's needs, and very selfishly they abuse their power that they have over others to only think for themselves. It's not a bad thing to think for yourself. When it becomes problematic is when you have power over other people. Because when you have power over other people, it actually is, more power, more responsibility. It means that you're responsible over the person that you have power over. So when you make decisions, you have to make decisions for the person that you have power over and yourself, and in their best interests. And the Emperor upside down is a person that has power and they misuse it, and they do not consider the people that they have power over. Now, the next piece that we have with the base with dealing with this person is the Wheel of Fortune. Things have turned. um, things have turned to work in your favor. I will admit, yes, divine masculine. I mean, it could possibly be you, but I actually think that it is somebody else. I don't think this is your energy. I think this is somebody else's energy, at least for this divine masculine reading. Now, this could be somebody, what I'm feeling is this could be somebody who made a selfish decision and it was actually in your favor, even though they didn't intend for it to be in your favor. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like somebody who they shot their own foot and they didn't necessarily mean to. They may not have realized it, but the decision, their selfishness somehow worked in your favor because we have this Wheel of Fortune. And then we're moving into this Two of Pentacles energy, and this is balancing things. Things are becoming balanced now. It kind of looks a little messy still. It's a little messy, but it's all balancing out here. And then we have the Ten of Wands once again. And this is coming to the end of the cycle. This is coming to the point where you can release your burdens. You can release this person that you feel like is tied to you somehow. I'm not sure what type of power that you feel like this person has, but they may have power, but they don't know how to utilize it well. And because they have some immaturity there, but they're able to, you're coming to the point where you're about to release the connection with this person. And then we have the Page of Cups here, and this is an emotion. I mean, this is a message. It is an emotion too. It's an emotional message, right? And it's innocence here. And it's like you're released and you're able to breathe again. You're able to experience the innocence of your heart. And this could also be somebody coming in and giving you a message about this Emperor upside down. This could be a child. This could be a child. And maybe this Emperor upside down, this may be a father figure or it could be a male or a female, but this person is very controlling. It's a very controlling person. So that's the basis right now when it comes to your emotions. And remember, when we were talking about spiritually, we had the Five of Pentacles. So this is operating a little bit at a loss here, feeling like you lost out, feeling like you are outside in the cold. And this is the basis of the messages of what's going on here. We have the Seven of Wands in the center, and this is the defense. What I see in this picture, because there's the scuba diver and there are seven mermaids, fire mermaids, with their wands pointed at him, ready to attack. You have people around you that are defending you. Maybe they may not be around you, but in this situation that's unfair, you have people that are defending you. And you may not know all of these people. Some of them may come at it as a surprise. It could be up to seven people because we have the Seven of Wands. But you have people, the center energy is you are on the defense, but other people are in the defense for you. And in the recent past, there was some justice when it happened to that. Things were balanced. Remember what we talked about with this Emperor upside down? Yeah, they have power. Yeah, they're making selfish decisions, but every decision that they make is in your favor. And we have the Fool upside down. Justice and the Fool upside down. These are two major arcanas. Emotionally, in the recent past, Your heart was stuck on justice and what justice was. And I think this is why this Hierophant came out in the recent past for you as far as spiritual messages. Uh, you were guided in that, in what your sense of justice is, what your sense of justice should be. You were definitely guided to some sort of a change, which brought you emotionally into this Page of Wands energy. I feel like this may be something because we have two pages now. I feel like this is something, maybe this is a situation that you've never had to deal with before. But the Page of Wands is on a journey for something that they want for the first time. So you could have gone after something that you want in your past, but this is a new desire. And passion is emotions in action. Emotions are still, we feel them inside, they're inward. Passion is when we act upon our emotions and what we feel. Um, and this Page of Wands, emotionally, you're moving down a different road based on how you feel, okay? And how you feel is you feel a little bit at loss. And if you notice, there's the monster and the little boy here, which is another child energy, is stabbing the monster. So some of you may have even gotten a little bit aggressive, like with how you are with your emotions. You might have gotten a little bit aggressive because this is that fire energy, right? But you're going after something and you're very defensive over it. You're very protective over it. And other people around you are very defensive over your emotions and over your heart and how you feel. And with this Page of Wands, you're moving towards that desire. In the near future, we have the Two of Swords upside down. This is a spar. This is a two sides cannot see eye to eye type of thing. I think emotionally you may be conflicted with the old you and the new you emotionally. Your old emotional self and your new emotional self. And in the near future, you're going to be shedding that. You're going to be shedding that. I also sense that there's a bit of communication too with somebody, and you don't come, you guys don't come to an agreement. You guys come to a standstill. You're not backing up from your point. And I think maybe this person may be used to you backing down on your point, or maybe you letting this person win or whatever, but you're not going to do that this time. And ultimately, what happens is you go into the Four of Wands. That's happiness. That's reunitement. It's happiness. It's a relationship. It's a happy home. Ultimately, you get what you want. You get peace and happiness and love. Okay. Now, that was the emotional piece. We're going to go ahead and take a look into the mental piece. How are you mentally looking, processing this stuff? What's going on in your mind? So what's going on in your mind is a Knight of Swords energy. Your mind is really fast, but also it seems like it was some information that came to you. This is the basis. You got some information of some kind and it was the truth, but it was a hard truth. And it's about a 10 of Pentacles upside down, somebody's stability. And what I really, really think is when we were talking about that emotional piece, We're talking about that Emperor upside down, making decisions that actually work out in your favor in the long run. With this 10 of Pentacles upside down, there's information. This is the basis of what we're talking about. That's information. And then the information is about a situation where 10 of Pentacles upside down, a home is not very stable. And when I say stable, I mean financially, I mean the people in the household, I mean the stability of that house moving forward and going on is very much rocky. Now, this is also a family card. It's a family card as well. So it could be somebody's family situation. And this could be with your situation or it could be outside. And so you have that night coming in, and that night comes in and gives you that information first. And then we have a second night, and that's the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is bringing in an emotional offer of some kind. And I think it's somebody that's coming out of that household, that 10 of Pentacles household. Um, they're making an offer. And then we have the King of Wands upside down. Now, this could be because this is a reading for multiple. What I'm feeling the energy of is this Knight of Cups could be coming to make an offer to help this King of Wands upside down. This Knight of Cups could be making an offer. It's something about this King of Wands upside down. And this King of Wands upside down is the same person as that Emperor upside down. Emotionally, you feel like they have more power than you do mentally. So this may be a person that you may have felt a little intimidated with when it comes to your emotions. But when it comes to your mind, you do see that this person does have power, but they don't have as much as you feel they do emotionally. So this could be somebody, this tells me it's somebody that's a little bit closer to you. It's somebody who it could be a family member for a lot of you. It could be a family member, but you are around this person a lot because this person really gets off on dominating you emotionally, even though they're not really dominating you mentally. So once again, in the center energy, we have the Five of Cups upside down, and that's suffering a loss. That's the center energy. For some of you, you could have been kicked out of your family. You felt like you were kicked out of your family or out of your home. And you kind of feel a little bit like a lone sheep. You have opportunities coming to you and everything, but you do feel like a little bit of a lone sheep is what I'm feeling. But this Five of Cups upside down, this is mentally going over what you lost. Mentally going over what you lost. Okay. And for some of you, this household that wasn't stable, this is your household. Or it could be somebody else. When others, it's somebody else's household, but somehow you're tied to it. And not like it's your household, but I don't know if you have family in that household or whatever, but you have ties going into that household, into a household that is not stable. And it's on your mind a lot. And you're feeling like but your mind, the center energy is processing this loss, processing this loss. In the recent past, we have the Three of Cups upside down. So there's an overindulgence of some kind. For some of you, this is also the affair card, but third party card and everything. But this is the part, partying too hard, drinking, You know what I mean? We have a lot of cups out here right now, so there's drinking big time. Overindulgence in bad and habits that shouldn't be done every single day, basically. Right now, your mind is just trying to balance things out. Temperance. In the recent past, it was trying to escape the loss. Now it's balancing it out so that it can process, so that you can process everything. And that's a little bit with that Page of Wands energy, what we were talking about before, as far as doing something that you want to do new. You've got this temperance energy of balancing things out in your mind. In the near future, we have the sun. So the sun card comes out again. This time it's upside down. So it's still revealing things, but there are still some shadows. So understand in the near future, and this is probably because, especially because we're in Mercury retrograde, you're going to be seeing things clearly, but you're not going to be seeing every single detail. And it's when it comes to this Page of Cups, this Page of Cups pops up again. So that Page of Cups has a message for you, and for some reason, you're not able to see it. This could be another person that's in that household. That's a child energy. So it could be your child, it could be your younger sibling, your little cousin, or if this is a work thing, which I'm not really feeling too much work, because this is still pulling a lot on emotion. It's a very emotional weekend for divine masculine, but because we're getting a lot of cups even when we're talking about the mind. But there is a message from a Page of Cups that you don't necessarily see. It's almost like it's there in plain sight. So you may have heard the message, but you forgot, or the message may be given to you, but for some reason you're not clicking into this message the way that you should. And I have a feeling like it has something to deal probably with Mercury retrograde, because we're in a time of miscommunication and not hearing the full story. And at the end, which is interesting because emotionally we ended at the Four of Wands, which is emotional happiness. But in mentally, you're at the Four of Wands reversed. So it's in the same position, but it's reversed. And this talks about your mind is feeling like something is missing. And I have a feeling that it has to deal with this Page of Cups energy. Like this Page of Cups figure is missing. This is an emotionally happy person, emotionally innocent. Um, they're not, they're young at heart. So even if this may be an older person, older than you, this person emotionally is young at heart. You may be feel you in mentally, even though emotionally you're coming to a happiness, mentally you are still going to be processing that person not being there. Okay. So now we're going to go into the last part of the reading, and this is where we're going to look into spiritual advice and messages. We're going to be looking into actions of what's going to happen, how all of this is what we talked about is actually going to be playing out. Okay. Okay. So right off the bat, divine masculine, we have this Son of Cups upside down. This is the Knight of Cups in the original tarot deck, and it's upside down. So this is an emotion. This is based off of an emotional offer that didn't come in because somebody didn't have the strength to give it. Strength upside down. Somebody felt like they were strong by not giving you the offer, or not giving you any sort of offer emotionally to a situation, but really it was actually because they had lack of strength. And center energy, we have the Son of Swords. So once again, we have the Knight of Swords and we have the Knight of Cups that's coming into play. We talked about them in the mind, except they're both upside down. So what this tells me is that mentally you had an expectation for these people to come and offer you something, but I'm not, and I'm they may still be coming, but they haven't came yet, because the center energy is the Son of Swords has not spoken and has not told you something. And now we have justice upside down. It's an injustice. This information does need to come to you mentally, especially if you are any sort of clairvoyant. This person might have told you already. And maybe that's why those knights are right side up with the mind, is that mentally that they probably gave you messages, but they haven't actually told you out their mouth. Okay. And then that creates an injustice here in the physical, in the recent past. And so now we're at this Ace of Cups energy. And this is letting in a new emotional connection because you haven't heard from this person. Whatever this person was supposed to offer you, whatever this person was supposed to tell you, whether this is the same person or whether this is two different people, because I'm feeling for some of you, it's the same person. For some of you, it's like one is a person and the other one is a person that knows person number one, but it leaves the door open for a new connection with this Ace of Cups here. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune upside down. So this is a bit of, you want to watch a little bit out for your health. It's not gonna be necessary. The next 48 hours is gonna be a little rough. It's gonna be a little rough. And the world upside down. So the Wheel of Fortune upside down and the world upside down. And I will say, it doesn't seem like this connection is over with. So it's going to be very hard for you to just jump into a new connection with somebody. Okay. It's going to be pretty hard. And I think that actually has to deal with this. Remember when we talked about the sun upside down and the Page of Cups, and I said this Page of Cups has something to tell you. This Page of Cups is right there. They have an emotional message and it's in plain sight, but you're not getting it for some reason. It's in the shadows. You're preoccupied with this new connection and everything, but things are not done in the old connection, which makes this new connection not really good. Like it doesn't have a very good future. And at the end, we have the Five of Wands upside down. So that's arguments, that's competition. And we have the Daughter of Cups. So we have the Page of Cups again. Whoever this Page of Cups is, because this Page of Cups has came up 3 times. This Page of Cups has come from your heart, has come up in your heart space. This Page of Cups has come up in your mind. And this Page of Cups has come up now in actions in what you're doing, Divine Masculine. This Page of Cups is very important to you. And like I said, I don't know if this Page of Cups is your spouse, somebody that you want to be with. I don't know necessarily if this Page of Cups is your child or your younger sibling or your cousin. But this Page of Cups you do want to fight for. You know what I mean? You do want to fight for this Page of Cups. You do want to not just let this connection go. It's going to be very hard to let this connection go. And I feel like you're in a bit of a wave of you're trying to distract yourself with somebody else because you're processing that loss and everything. But you really want this person back in your life and you really want this person with you. And I don't know if you expected this person to make an offer to you, but they haven't. You've communicated mentally, clairvoyantly, telepathically. You've communicated with each other through your heart and you've communicated with each other spiritually, but you have not communicated with each other physically. So there has not been any phone calls or anything. And I think there was an expectation. Um, there was an expectation that this person would communicate or somebody that's connected with this person would communicate, and it hasn't happened, even to give you an update. And so you moved on. Unfortunately, in the near future, I mean, this new connection has the Wheel of Fortune upside down, along with the World. It's not good energy to it because things have not closed out for you. And then if you and then it's going to be in this energy ultimately, and this is going to start probably next week, probably starting on Monday. You guys are going to be calling your Page of Cups. You guys are going to be trying to communicate with your Page of Cups. You guys are going to be actively trying to get back in the Page of Cups life. But it's almost like you had to kind of see how important that they were by trying to pursue a new or another what you call it, another connection with somebody else, and see it not work out, and see that, oh, the connection that you have with your Page of Cups is so rare and it's so unique, like you can't find it anywhere else. Now, for those of you where this Page of Cups is a child, you could be expecting another child, and maybe this Page of Cups, you could be coming into expecting another child, and this Page of Cups is you have to connect with your other child first. Uh, if this is a younger family member, like a sibling or a cousin or something, you could be trying to replace them with somebody else, like trying to replace somebody to be your little sister or brother or something like that, or your little cousin, but they're not. But there's an energy where you try to replace this person, you're actively trying to replace this person, and you soon realize in this what's going on this weekend is you can't replace this person, and then you go after that person next week. And that's basically what I see right now as far as this weekend, what we're going to be looking at. I will be doing another update on Monday or Tuesday. I do believe I'll do it on Monday. And yeah, but welcome to Mercury Retrograde. It's the second time this year. So I think this year we might touch on four. We usually have three Mercury retrogrades, but I got to look it up again, but we may touch on four Mercury retrogrades this year because this is the second one. We've already had one, but I'll check on that and everything. But anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I really appreciate that. And I will see you next time. Okay. Bye.